Salutations. One thing that's guaranteed for all of us in this life is that we're all gonna die. Not in a negative, gloomy manner. I had a colleague of mine whenever I said that, like, oh, you're so negative, so gloomy, you wanna die, or think about death. But she didn't understand that I was just trying to break the chains, the mental chains in my mind, and remind myself that it really does not matter what you go through or what happens to you in this life because it's temporary. We're just passing by here. And to reiterate this, I want you to name, you watching this right now, the richest man. Let's take a random year, the year 1245, or the most humiliated individual in the year 1245, or the poorest man, or the man with the worst circumstances in that year. Can't name a person because they can't come to mind. There might be a nerd out there, you know, who would know, granted, but you can't name it. And let's bring it closer to home. Off the top of your head, your great 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 grandfather. What's his name? What did he do? What was he about? Can't name him. And yeah, there are people out there who have mapped out their family tree and they know exactly where they come from and who they come from. And some of them are actually doing very well in their game because they know where they come from. They know their lineage. But even them, who know their lineage and they know where they come from, when last did they think about that individual, their great 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 grandfather? When last did they think about that person? When last did they think about their grandfather? In most cases. When last did they go visit their grandfather's grave? Do they know where their grandfather's buried? Do you know where your grandfather's buried? So when you're living your life on a day-to-day basis and you're afraid of taking risks, you're afraid of doing things that are in your heart and things that you want to do and things that inspire you because you're worried about what the next person is going to do or say, not forgetting that's going to be us in a couple of centuries. That's going to be us. Nameless. No one's going to remember, bro. No one's going to remember the day you got embarrassed. No one's going to remember the day so-and-so stole your girl. No one's going to remember the day you got laughed at because you tried a business and it failed. No one's going to remember the day that you had to sleep in your car because you couldn't pay your bills. No one's going to remember those days. No one's going to remember. No one's going to remember the day where you had to wear the same shit every day because that's all. No one's going to remember that. It hurts now because you're in the game, so you're afraid of feeling that pain while you're moving through this place, but no one's going to remember it. It does not matter. So at the end of the day, you just have to keep moving in the direction that's in your heart. Do what you want to do what you need to do for yourself. As long as it doesn't harm other human beings, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, as long as it doesn't bring any pain, any misery to no other human being, then you should have no fear. No one should tell you. Granted, it takes time. It's a maze, this place. It's a maze. It takes time to find your way. It takes time. Even as I speak, I'm reminding myself because I'm still trying to find my way. Granted, the journey in between is beautiful. It's scenic. I'm blessed. I can't complain. It's not easy, but I'm grateful. I can't complain. From where I started to where I'm at, to where I'm going, I can't complain. But it's a maze. But I just want to remind you, you watching this right now, that you're going to die. You're going to die. Time will lapse. People will forget. Think about the embarrassing things that happened to you as a child, in school, wherever, and those things that haunt you sometimes at night. You lay in bed and they haunt you, and the people that were there, they're forgotten. They're forgotten. There might be somebody who remembers it. And even if he remembers it, he thinks, we're just kids. It happened. It's life, because they've also matured. And they've also experienced and they've seen what this place is about. And they now have life experience. So that embarrassing moment, even though it was embarrassing at the time, they now understand. So it doesn't matter. So right now, when you're trying to launch whatever you're trying to launch, your career, your business, your idea, you're trying to put it out there, you're trying to do what you want to do, and you're trying to live your passion, and trying to follow your dreams and build something that inspires you, something that's going to last. While you're going at it, remember that those people that might be laughing at you and ridiculing you and mocking you, they may not be where you are right now. They may not see what you see right now. One day it will be evident to them what you are doing. The results will speak for themselves. They will see. Your work will speak for itself. They will see, okay, this is what this person was doing. They're going to say you're crazy. They're going to say you're lost. They're going to say all sorts of things. But one day, they're going to look at it and say, okay, it made sense. So remember, you're going to die. Time lapses, people forget. It doesn't matter. No matter how much it hurts, and no matter how embarrassed you feel, you can always rebuild, restart, rebuild, refocus. Keep moving. Keep moving. Stay positive and keep moving. Keep believing. Keep the faith. Stay connected to your source. But yeah, you're going to die. So whatever it is in your heart, my brother, I pray that you and I both get the strength to get it out and show it to the world.